Hi students, today I am going to discuss about another type of market situation, that is monopoly market. Okay, in the previous video we discussed about market and the types of market structure. So just recall the concept. In market structure there are mainly two types. One is perfect competitive market and another one is imperfect competitive market. So in perfect competitive market there is a possibility to get equal profit to all buyers, all sellers. But there is a chance to get equal profit to all sellers. That is, normal profit can be seen in perfect competitive market. But in imperfect competitive situations, there is no equal share or equal chance of getting profit to the firms. That means there is a competition. The level of competition is huge form in imperfect competitive market situations. So come to the imperfect market situations, we can see there are mainly four types. Four types of markets can be seen in imperfect competitive market. One is monopoly market, another one is monopolistic competitive market, and oligopoly market, and finally that is duopoly market. Okay, so let me start from the first market situation, that is monopoly. Okay, so monopoly. See, monopoly, simply we can say it is a single seller market. It is a single seller. Okay, that means there is only a single firm or a producer or an entrepreneur who will supply the commodity in the market. He is dominated by the market. That is called monopoly. Come to the history of monopoly market. See, the term monopoly has been derived from the two Latin words. One is mono and poly. Mono and poly. So mono means, in English, mono means single and poly means sale. Okay. That means single, we can say simply the monopoly means single seller. We can say monopoly, in Latin word it is single seller. Okay. See, in most of the government organizations, or we can say capitalist economy, we can see the monopoly market. See, some areas are only reserved for government. It means the government acts as a monopolist in that area because of certain reasons, because of security purpose, because of internal affairs, internal security. That's why they become monopolist. The government become monopolist in that area. So monopoly means, we can say, is a market situation in which there is only a single seller, there is only a single producer, there is only a single entrepreneur or enterprises produce and sell commodities in the market. That means there is no chance to take entry of other firms or other enterprises in that market, because there is only a single seller. He is dominated in the market. That is called monopoly market. Okay, so simply we can say it is single sellers market. Okay, right? Single sellers market. Okay, then in monopoly market, another important point should be noted, that there is only a single seller. So he has complete control over the price and supply of the commodity. He can fix any price for his commodity. If you want that commodity, we have to purchase it. We have to pay price, whatever he fix, whatever the monopolist fix that price, we have to purchase that commodity. That means he is dominated in the market, especially in case of supply and price. Okay. Then another point is, I told you that he is only a single seller and he dominated in the supply of the commodity. He can change, or he can increase or decrease supply in the market to create or to increase the price of his product, or to create demand in the market. Okay. Then another important point is, so in monopoly market, the The firm is a price maker. The firm is a price maker. That means he can fix any price for his produce. The firm fix any price for his produce. So the buyer should pay whatever the price is fixed by the monopolist. And another important point should be noted in monopoly market, that is, whatever the commodity produced by the monopolist doesn't have substitute products. Substitute products. For example, the monopolist produces a particular commodity. There is no close substitute for the usage of a commodity. If we need that commodity, there is no substitute good available. We have to use only commodity A. That's why there is no the monopolist never experienced loss in the market. He never experienced loss in the market. Okay. Then some examples. We can see some examples like we can see the Google search engine, then Microsoft. Okay. Then come to the Indian companies like Indian Railways. See, there is no close substitute. There is no substitute goods available for railway service. And especially another one is electricity. The supply of electricity. We can call it as a electricity board. Throughout Karnataka, especially in our state, throughout Karnataka, the Karnataka Electricity Board only the supplier of electricity to us. They can purchase or produce from other sources, but they are only one institution which supply the electricity to us. Okay, that is KEB, Karnataka Electricity Board. And we can also see the example of what is called American Tobacco Company. American Tobacco Company. See, the American Tobacco Company is a single company which supply the entire demand of tobacco products in America. Okay, these are some examples of monopoly market. Okay, let me see some features of monopoly market. Features. Features of monopoly. Okay. First feature is single seller. Okay, first feature is single seller. So in the monopoly market, there is only a single seller. There is only a single seller dominated in the market. There is the entry of new firms was restricted in this market. There is only a single seller who is the only single producer and supplier of a commodity in the market. And also the take entry of new firms. To take entry or to exit from the industry was restricted here. A single firm can't exit from the industry. A new firm can't take entry into the industry. So there is only a single seller. And second point is no close substitute. No close substitutes. That means there is no close substitute goods are available to the commodity which is produced by the monopolist. Okay, there is only a single commodity. There is no commodity which is available to use substitute or which is used alternatively for the commodity produced by the monopolist. See, the firm in monopoly market is called as monopolist. Is called as monopolist. So there is no close substitute goods available for the commodity which is produced by the monopolist. It happens because if there is substitute good available for that commodity, then what happens? If the price rises, the people will prefer to use another commodity instead of this commodity. So there is no close substitute goods are available to that commodity. Then, for example, there will be an example for this. Natural gas. Instead of natural gas, we can use alternative like electricity. But instead of using natural gas, is that any other sources are available? No, that is natural gas. It is supplied by oil supplying companies. Okay, that is completely a monopoly. And third point is price maker. So in monopoly market, the firms are, or a monopolist is a price maker. He can fix any price for his produce. Whatever the price he fix, the buyers will purchase for that price. Okay, and in monopoly market, the firm or the monopolist can fix same price for his produce or different price for the different buyers. Different price for different buyers. So he is the supreme here in the determination of price. Then fourth one, complete knowledge or complete control. You can say complete control. So complete control over the market. The monopolist has complete control over the market because he is the one producer who supplies the commodity in the market. So he has a power to increase the demand for that commodity and also decrease. Okay, because he is only a single seller. Then fifth one, restrictions to other firms. Restrictions to other firms. Okay, so in this market, in monopoly market, there is a restriction. There is restriction to other firms to take entry into the industry because there is only a single seller. So there is only a single seller. To take entry by new firms or to exit from the existing firm is restricted here. We can call it as entry barriers. Okay, there is a barrier to take entry into the industry. Okay, so observe that if the existing firm is earning supernormal profit, then other firms are attracted by that profit and intended to take entry into the industry. But in monopoly market, that is restricted. There is no chance to take entry into the industry. And sixth one, discriminatory price. Price discrimination. We can call it as price discrimination. In monopoly market, there is a price discrimination. That means the commodity which is produced by the monopolist can sell. He can sell his produce at same price to all buyers or different price to different buyers. So if they sell their commodity to the different prices at different prices to the different buyers, we call it as price discrimination. Price discrimination. Okay. So these are all the main or major features of monopoly market. Okay. Next we see about the nature of demand curve. Nature of demand curve in monopoly market. Demand curve. Okay. Let's observe in monopoly market, what is the nature of demand curve? Dear students, this question is asked for second view examination, main examination. This question can be asked for 4 marks. For 4 marks. Explain the nature of market demand curve in monopoly market or the market demand curve of a monopolist. Okay. Then I told you that in monopoly market there is only a single seller. There is only a single seller who produce and supply commodity in the market. Then a question is asked, what type of demand curve? What type of demand curve should face by the monopolist? Faced by the monopolist. Either it is upward slope or downward slope. Okay. See, in monopoly market, the firms are, that is, monopolist is a price maker. Monopolist is a price maker. Okay. So he can fix any price for his produce. But what happened in like other markets? The monopolists also face a downward sloping demand curve. See, a downward sloping demand curve. A downward sloping demand curve. Okay. Like other markets, the monopolists also face a downward sloping demand curve. What it implies? A downward sloping demand curve implies as the price increases, the demand for the commodity decreases. As the price decreases, the demand of the commodity increases. It means if the monopolist want to sell more units of the commodity, he should reduce its price. Reduce the price of its product. If he raise the product, what happens? The demand for the commodity decreases. Okay, I will give you some examples. See, a firm can think that the monopolist can earn profit by two ways. One is by raising price. Raising price of product, commodity. Okay. Then second one is by decreasing price. Okay. Price of the commodity. Observe that if he increase the price of his product, he can earn more profit because the difference between cost and revenue may increase, so he can earn profit. But what happens if we raise the price of that commodity? Is the demand for that commodity decreases. When the demand for the commodity decreases, automatically the supply also decreases. Then second thing, he can increase the profit by increasing the sales. You can call it as it is increasing sales. So he can earn profit by increasing sales, that is by selling more units of the commodity. When he sell more units, he can sell more units at lower price. Okay. So it can be studied with the help of diagram. Observe that. Y-axis represents output and Y-axis represents price. Okay. So D is market demand curve. DD is what? Market demand curve. Market demand curve. Okay. So when the price is P, the output is OQ. When the price is OP, the output is OQ. That is, demand is OQ. If the price increase to OP1, the demand decrease to OQ1. If the price increase to OP1, demand decrease to OQ1. If the price decrease to OP2, then the demand increase to OQ2. If the price decrease to OP2, demand increase to OQ2. Okay. Observe here. When the price is OP, the demand is OQ. If the monopolist increase the price from OP to OP1, what happened? The demand of the commodity in the market decreases from OQ to OQ1. It decreases from OQ to OQ1. Again, what happened? Then monopolist realized he can't get profit by raising the price. So he can decide to sell more units. So he reduce the price of its product from OP to OP2, OP2. So the quantity of the commodity, that is demand, quantity of demand has been raised from OQ to OQ2. From OQ to OQ2. So from this diagram, from the observe the diagram, what we come to the conclusion? We come to the conclusion that the monopolist face a downward sloping demand curve. Monopolist face downward sloping demand curve in which he can sell more units at lower prices. More units at low price. He can sell low price. Okay. So this is about the demand curve of monopoly. Okay. And related to the monopoly concept, another form of question they asked about the relationship between marginal revenue and average revenue. The relationship between marginal revenue and average revenue in monopoly market. Relationship between marginal revenue and average revenue in monopoly market. Okay. So before we start this, what do you mean by marginal revenue? See, first we know the meaning of marginal revenue. This question is just for 4 marks. I explain the relationship between marginal revenue and average revenue of monopolist, or average revenue and marginal revenue in monopoly market. Okay. See, marginal revenue and average revenue. We already discussed in the revenue concept. The types of revenue: total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Okay. So marginal revenue means additional. Margin means what? Additional. See, it is the additional income, additional revenue received by a monopolist from the sale of additional unit of a commodity. We call it as margin means what? Additional. Additional revenue or income received by a monopolist from the sale of additional unit of a commodity. Okay, how can we get margin revenue? The margin revenue can be get by increasing the total revenue due to increasing the output. So the margin revenue can be calculated as delta TR, that is change in TR divided by change in Q. Here total revenue, change in total revenue divided by change in units of sale or units of commodity sold. Or we can also calculate it as margin revenue is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. Total revenue of present unit, N means present unit, minus total revenue of previous unit. Okay, this is margin revenue. And average revenue. So average revenue means what? Average means per unit. Average means what? Per unit. So average revenue means revenue per unit of commodity sold. Okay, revenue per unit of commodity sold. See, average revenue in monopoly market means the revenue or income earned by a monopolist per unit of commodity sold. Revenue earned by a monopolist per unit of commodity sold. Or you can also define as it is the revenue, it is the income per unit of commodity sold by the monopolist. Commodity sold by the monopolist. So how do we get average profit, average revenue? Average revenue can be calculated as TR, total revenue divided by Q. Total revenue divided by Q. That is total revenue divided by units of commodity sold. Okay, this is called average. Then come to the monopoly market. What is the nature of average revenue and margin revenue? What is the relationship between average revenue and margin revenue? Okay, see, the relationship between average marginal revenue and average revenue can be studied with the help of diagram. So we draw two diagrams. Just observe. Draw one diagram here. This is y-axis, that is revenue. This is output, that is commodity. Okay. This is marginal revenue. This is commodity. Okay. See, the relationship is identified in a straight line. Okay, this is diagram view. In diagram view, see, here both curves are flatter. Both curves are nature of the average revenue and marginal revenue curves are flatter here. Then what is the nature of, what is the relationship between average revenue and marginal revenue when they are both are steeper? Okay. This is marginal revenue. This is average revenue. Okay. Here, this is revenue and this is output. Just observe both diagrams. Okay, diagram A, diagram B. See, in first diagram, diagram A, in both diagrams, the average revenue curve is above the marginal revenue curve. The common thing, I will mention the common thing, that is common relationship. See, the average revenue curve is always lies above the marginal revenue curve. And the marginal revenue curve intersect x-axis. That means it becomes 0 and negative. See, it becomes 0 and negative. The marginal revenue can become 0 and negative. But the average revenue is only sloped downwards. It never become negative. The average revenue never become negative. Okay. Then, in the first diagram, both marginal revenue and average revenue curves are flatter. Average revenue and marginal revenue curves are flatter. So, the difference between average revenue and marginal revenue curves are minimum here. It is from what we call it as AB. The difference is AB is minimum. There is a minimum difference between, or less difference, we can call it as less difference between distance, we can call it as distance. Less distance between average revenue and marginal revenue curve when they are flatter. When both curves are flat. Okay, just observe the diagram B. Here we call it as EF. Okay, differences, distances. See, in diagram B, both curves are steeper. Steeper means they will slope very fastly, downward slope very fastly, steeper. So the different distance between EF, that is the distance between average and marginal revenue curve is EF. So it is more or maximum. Maximum distance. Maximum distance between TR and MR curves. So the point is, when the margin revenue and average revenue curves are flatter, there is a less distance between average revenue and margin revenue. If both average revenue and margin revenue curves are steeper, both average revenue and margin revenue curves are steeper, then the difference or distance between average revenue and margin revenue curve is EF. EF is maximum. Okay. So dear students, this is about the monopoly market. Then I hope you all understand the concept. If you have any doubts or any more questions or any clarifications, just you can mention in the comment box. Thank you.